could you just spend a few minutes talking to us about sort of what's on the horizon for improving our immune health?
Boy, what's on the horizon? The kind of hot thing right now in the nutritional world is something called pro-resolving mediators, right? So Roy Swank, came up with the famous Swank diet. The whole idea was saturated fat must be bad for you, all bad. And so take out the saturated fat and you can have tons of fish oil, omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3 fatty acids are great, right? But they're not enough.
Mm-hmm.
And, I've certainly treated people with MS and autoimmune diseases of all types with high doses of omega-3 fatty acids for years. It generally lowers inflammation, but it's not as effective as we'd like. And so what's been found out, and this was, I think it was Dr. Sirhan at Harvard that did all this research that found out part of how these fish oils, the deep sea oils work is that they're actually producing a whole family of chemicals in the body. And the big name for those is pro-resolving mediators. And they actually seem to be pretty good at quenching the fire of inflammation without poisoning the immune system. So I've been using them more and more in my practice. I don't use them long term. I use them more acutely, but you can use them for everything from a sprained ankle to an autoimmune flare. So I think that's pretty exciting. I think we're going to learn more about them because there's a lot of these chemicals.
Yeah.
Right. So I think that's exciting. I think we're going to learn some things about cannabinoids. Right.
About time.
It's about time. I think there's cannabinoids that have not really been appreciated as much as they should be. There's one called beta caryophyllene that's actually found in a lot of different herbs, et cetera. So it's not just about hemp. It's not just about marijuana. That now, there's all kinds of new discoveries about these families, the phytocannabinoids, right? That are a wide range of plants that have anti-inflammatory properties, immunomodulating properties. So I think that's pretty exciting stuff. I think we're still learning about vitamin D. I don't have any hesitation to prescribe it, but some of my colleagues still say, well, there's not enough data. Like, how much data do you need to see? They're still nervous to give people more than 400 units a day. That's not enough, right? You need 5,000 or more, and you can measure blood levels to make sure that's okay. There's an herb called andrographis that's been used in Ayurvedic medicine for a long time. Studies coming out showing that that's helpful for multiple sclerosis. So I found that fascinating because we've mostly used that herb for sore throats.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But now we know it's an anti-inflammatory, may help with autoimmune disease. There's interesting research on a substance called luteolin, Luteolin. Really interesting work showing that this flavonoid, which is found in a lot of fruits and vegetables, is highly anti-inflammatory and helps seal up a leaky blood-brain barrier.
There you go.
Those are just a couple of examples of like where the nutritional research, the herbal research is going. There's a lot going on behind the scenes. And, the drugs that are coming out now, there's how many different drugs for MS? 20, 25 different drugs have kind of stolen the spotlight. And you might think that that's all that's happening. But actually, if you start hanging out with our friend Dr. Google, once you start down a path that may surprise you, what else is out there?
Well